Let's take a closer look at the role that religion plays in this exhibition of medieval manuscripts. A core focus of the curation process has been inclusivity and representation from a religious and cultural standpoint. The majority of the manuscripts included are Christian manuscripts, because most of the facsimiles in Pitt's library, and most of the facsimiles that have been published in the past century, are Christian. However, Pitt is steadily expanding its collection of medieval Jewish and Islamic facsimiles, and these have been included in the show wherever possible to give a fuller view of medieval book culture across Europe and the Mediterranean. The introductory section to our exhibition is called Golden Books, and it reflects our dedication to presenting a diverse array of religious and cultural experiences. The Golden Haggadah, Ingeborg Psalter, and Golden Quran are each illuminated with lavish gold paint, and together they show the similarities and differences among Jewish, Christian, and Islamic manuscripts. An important and intriguing part of the history of medieval manuscripts is how makers often borrowed artistic conventions from other religions. Jewish and Christian artists in particular were often in dialogue with each other, as seen particularly well in the Golden Haggadah from 14th century Spain, now in the British Library. The facsimile lets us take a close look at its pictures, which were used for storytelling during the Passover Seder. The artists were clearly familiar with both Christian and Jewish traditions, making their own identities difficult to pinpoint. The degree of exchange between these religious groups suggests relatively peaceful coexistence that might have allowed artists to be in close contact across deep cultural divides. Another highlight of Jewish manuscript illumination is in the poetry and song section, where you can take a closer look at the Rothschild Miscellany. This is a collection of texts, both religious and secular, that includes books from the Hebrew Bible and works of medieval Jewish poetry and philosophy. The collection of these various works into one book reveals the extraordinary erudite interests of its patron, a wealthy Jewish man living in 15th century Italy. The exhibition also features manuscripts that guided religious experience for women, like the Speculum Virginum in the Gender and Experience section. This Christian manuscript was made as a kind of spiritual textbook for nuns. One of its most dramatic pages shows the Jewish heroine Judith slaying Holofernes to inspire Christian women to live a virtuous life. Faith could also be deeply personal in the Middle Ages. For example, the St. Rupert Psalter is the smallest facsimile in Pitt's collection, but it shows the large role of religion in the life of its owner. As you can see in the Making Copy section of the show, this tiny book is small enough to fit in a pocket and could be kept close at all times. We could go on and on about the role of religion in these manuscripts, but I will conclude here by saying that it has been so fascinating to get a chance to look back into history through these beautiful, diverse manuscript facsimiles. We are especially excited to share the newest gems in Pitt's collection, like this Quran, and we hope in the future our facsimile collection will become even more comprehensive and representative of our diverse student body.